Okay, so here are 5 tips that will help little young black girls love their natural hair. I meet so many mothers who want their middle school and high school age daughters to embrace their natural hair texture. But teaching a child to do that starts much younger than that, not preteen or teenage. It's actually elementary and actually probably toddler age, really. So the first thing that you want to do is create a routine of care. So many adult women of color that I talk to end up disconnected with their hair, like I've talked about in previous videos, because they believe it has no value. And most of the time when women come to that belief is because as young girls, their hair was never taken care of. Setting the foundation for a young black girl to see value in their hair begins with taking care of it. The second thing you want to do is get her involved. Be sure to ask her what she likes, and it doesn't matter how young she is because it's important that she feels she's part of the process. Young black girls are going to believe whatever they're consistently told about themselves, directly and indirectly. You can show her photos of hairstyles of other little girls with natural hair with different lengths, textures, and densities. And this is going to allow them to see the wide variety of looks that Afro texture hair has. And it's also going to lead them to appreciate the uniqueness of their hair. If she chooses a style, this is really important, where the model or the person on the picture's hair may be longer or more dense and thick than your little girl, don't be so quick to think you have to add hair. Allow her to wear that same style only with her own hair. It's gonna be just as beautiful as long as you believe it is, and then she's gonna believe it too. Little girls benefit so much when they're allowed to see their hair grow as a result of care, okay? And the healthy hairstyles that she's wearing with no hair added. This is where they start to see, okay, through this consistency, my mom's taking care of my hair, or whomever the caregiver may be, I'm starting to now see my hair getting longer. So here's a quick story. When I first started out, and I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, when I first moved to Texas, specifically the DFW, I was mobile with doing hair. So I would be driving to people's homes doing it. And I met this little girl, her name was Princess, and she was the youngest of 5 siblings, and she had all older brothers. And each week, I would go over there to do her hair every Friday like clockwork. It first started with one of her friends coming over. And then as the Fridays started to progress, I promise you by like the 3rd or 4th Friday, I had literally a kitchen, because I would do her hair in the kitchen. I had a kitchen full of little girls, at least 5 or 6. To where I started putting them to work, like, can you clean out these combs and different things like that, just to get them involved, because they were so intrigued by seeing her get her hair shampooed, deep conditioned, seeing me detangle it, seeing me style it up really cute. And many of them were like, can you talk to my mom? I don't want to wear these braids anymore. So all that to say, I feel like little young girls, right, innately have the desire to want to wear their own hair. It's usually lost because of the caregiver and them projecting whatever they feel about natural hair onto that young girl, okay? It's not because a little 3, 4, 5-year-old feels like, oh, I'm not good enough, I need to go wear this package of hair, or I need to go grab a relaxer. That comes from the adult. That's an adult choice that's now being made for the child before they even have the ability to understand what hair care is or isn't. So yeah, I just wanted to share that story. So the third thing you can do is offer words of affirmation, okay? And here's a few examples of words of affirmation. One would be, I really love the way your hair looks, even when it's not styled, okay? Very important, because she shouldn't feel like she's only pretty, or her hair only looks good when it's styled. Second thing would be, you look so pretty with that hairstyle. Once she gets it done, always notice, okay? And another thing to say would be, I want my hair like yours. That is so cute. because now they feel like they're being admired, right? And who better to admire them than the adult who's taking care of their hair, or their father. So for all you dads out there, if you have young daughters, dote on them. If their mom takes them to the shop to get their hair done, or she's doing it at home and they're finished, hey, I really like that. Make a big deal about it. The fourth thing to do. So while styling your young child's hair, tell her how pretty she is, even before you're done styling it. Doing so is going to give her the confidence to know that even when it's not perfectly groomed, it's still of value to her, okay? While you're shampooing, saying things like, wow, your hair is so curly and kinky, your coils are so pretty, no matter how long or how thick or what the curl pattern is, okay? Words that confirm what she has is good enough are really going to take her far, and it's really going to help to build a positive relationship with her hair. Take notice of how much it's growing, and when you notice it starting to look healthier because now you've developed this routine, take photos of her hair. Show her progress pics, not just of length but in density, that her hairs are getting bigger, and length progress pics as well. This is going to keep her motivated. It's going to teach her that hair like hers does grow, and there's nothing cuter than when a little girl who knows and is confident that her hair is pretty, okay? And she talks about it in that way. There's nothing better than that. The fifth thing that you can do, listen to her. If you decide to take her to the salon and she starts complaining about being in pain, especially while she's getting her hair braided, please listen. If she's crying, listen, okay? Ignoring and minimizing your daughter's experience, or whomever you are to the young girl, sets the tone for her to feel distrust in all other stylists she experiences, even if the experience is gentle. It just turns into a traumatic event that stays with them instead of one that's supposed to have her feeling happy and confident. And number 5, this is the most important of all, okay? And this is whether you are relaxed or natural, however you choose to wear your hair. Be the example. I've met so many women who wonder why their daughters, who have beautiful natural hair, either want it silk pressed by the time they're 4 or 5, or by the time they're teenage years, ready to wear wigs, ready to hide it away. They desire hair that doesn't look like theirs, because women with kinky hair and darker skin complexions already barely get any media representation. I've met women who decided to go natural after having a daughter and wanting her to know that her natural hair was beautiful, so they decided to be that example. I just want you to keep in mind that as the adult, if you're taking care of a very young little black girl, when I say young, I say 2 to 5 or 2 to 7, your influence is going to take precedent over a young girl's choices about her hair for the rest of her life. Okay? Not just while she's a little girl, but for the rest of her life. And in closing, I also want to say this. Adding hair should never be an option for a child under age 10. I've styled little girls as young as 18 months old who their mother wanted me to use hair on their hair. And I feel very strongly about this, so much so that in 2015, I decided to stop adding hair to children under age 13, okay? I did make a couple of exceptions, but I'm gonna tell you why. They were mature enough, and I knew that they already had positive relationships that had been established with their natural hair, length, texture, and density. These were very confident little girls who just wanted to wear box braids, but they were confident, and I was confident in their ability to interpret adding hair to their braids or to their styles was an option, and that they weren't interpreting me using hair as a necessary part of getting their hairstyle. This is key, and why adding hair to very young girls who aren't old enough to decipher choice from necessity should not be done. Okay? You shouldn't be adding hair to any child that can't decipher from those two things, okay? So, thank you for watching. I hope this helps you encourage your daughter to build a positive relationship with her hair. Again, even if it's not your daughter, just a young girl that you are responsible for their hair care. Help her be confident in her natural beauty and the standard that she holds herself to. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.